In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make one of these homemade bladed swim jig. Check that out. I know you guys probably be like, oh snap, this looks really cool. So without further ado, let's go over the materials and let me show you how you can make this. So in order to do this project, you need a couple things. First, let's talk about the tools that we need. We need some wire cutters, Neednose pliers, a wire bending tool. Of course, those stuff are to be used with some sort of wire, and I'll be using a 0.03 millimeter, and this kit came with 6 inches, but you definitely don't need 6 inches. You will need one of these stainless steel blades used in chatterbaits and any sort of vibrating jigs. You'll need a hook, and today I'll be using Gamakatsu offset shank worm hook, extra wide gap, and I am using 3/0. Now here's the interesting thing, you guys can use almost any sort of weight you guys want, but today I'll be using special weights, tungsten weights from raWr tackle, and I am using their bomb weights, and basically these are egg-shaped weights that has a little section where you can actually put any sort of skirts. And yeah, it's basically for punch rig type weights, but I'll be using it for chatterbait. And with that said, that was gonna be perfect. I have some skirt material right here where I could just put in right here after I'm done. Now that I went through all the materials, let's get started. The first thing we want to do is attach the wire to the blade bait. And the way to do this is, you got your wire here. Let's make our first wire loop. Let's just do it right here, and I'll use the smallest one as possible. And let's just wrap it all around. All right, right when I wrapped it around, I want to straighten this shank back up. And let's put this blade in here, just like so. Come on. There we go. All right, so I got this blade right here. Okay, should be pulling this way. So far looking good. Let's just seal this bad boy up. We'll clamp this right here, bend this thing back, and let's wrap it around. And hopefully that should be it. Let's put a little bit more. Actually hard to do with the fingers, it actually hurts. So if you have another plier, you can just hold that right there. And just get it to wrap around that shank. And there we go. Okay, now I'll take this guy right here, cut off the excess piece. All right, so we're halfway there. All right, the next step, what you want to do, take your bomb weight. Look at that. I love this type of color. All right, so you take your bomb weight right here from raWr tackle, put that in here, and we're gonna make our next loop so that we can put our hook on there. Before we do that, I think it's actually better if we put the skirt on first, because once we put that loop in there, it actually might be a little tougher to put that in there. So let's take this and let's see if we can shove this in here. Bang! Look at that. Okay. Look at that. So that should be it. Make sure I shove it in just a little bit more. Oh yeah. All right. And if you want, you can put some super glue in it, but I'm not super gluing anything today. Check that out. Looking good. Let's put this guy in here. Okay. Now I just need some working space. And I think I'm gonna use the bigger round one. And obviously I can't bend that side, so I'll bend this side. Rotate a little bit. And okay, so I got the loop. Now I'm gonna put my hook on there. Grab a hook. Make sure everything is aligned. Okay, so I need this thing. Let's just make sure that it's proper. No. I need to put my hook in this way first, because once I swing around this whole thing, as you see, you want the hook going this way. If I had it in the other way, the whole thing will be upside down. So you don't want that. So a couple things, and what you want to do is, you see this loop right here, and you see this loop right here, you gotta tune this later, and you want these two both to be facing one way so that it's gonna swim properly. Where's my hook? Lost my hook. Yeah, there you go. So far it looks pretty good, but it looks like I could just tune it just a little bit. Let's just seal this thing up before we do that. And that's gonna be simple. All we do is take this plier, and now we're just gonna work around these skirt though. Hold this guy right here. And actually, I could probably use my hand to do this. Yep. Just wrap around a few times. Let's take a look at it. I likely have wrapped around my skirt, which is not a problem. I could just peel it out. Actually, I can't see how many times I wrapped. Okay, that's more than enough. It looks like 1.5 times, so I could just snip that off. Be careful of the skirts. Oh crap, I shot it across the room. The wife's gonna be mad if she steps on it. I gotta go find it later. So here we are. We got a nice chatterbait, guys. Now, like I said, we need to make sure that this whole thing is tuned. And I think it's tuned pretty good. This thing does spin a little bit. It's good, it's good. So far so good. Look at that. I actually love this. Alright, so I got a K-Tech right here, Swing Impact, the fat version. And this is just a used one I just grabbed from my tackle bag just for photo sakes. But here we go. Put this in here. Texas rig it. Bam, look at that. My homemade chatterbait. Bladed swim jig. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video today. I can't wait to take this chatterbait out and do some swimming and just testing the action, and hopefully I can catch some fish with it. So yeah, if you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, because this will happen this spring. If you guys have some ideas, or if you guys have ever tried this before, leave me a comment below. Let me know exactly what you guys think about this homemade chatterbait. But yeah, I think this is awesome. I mean, look at this. I mean, using tungsten and everything, that looks pretty darn sweet. And tungsten is a lot smaller, so if I wanted a lighter one, looks like I could get a 3/8 version right here. And yeah, if you guys want to swim some shallow water, definitely would work. Until next time, guys, tight lines.